Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. On the screen, Bernard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Well, look at the receiving totals for Pettis a week ago. Unfortunately, his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he?
No.
He talked about the plays he didn't make. It's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
He's checking critical. Check. Wide. Get wide. Check 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Open man is Samuel, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Badgley's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get, that first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say cross it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense... He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up the throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Down. 60 or 58 right there.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Fire.
On first down, Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play that time for the Rams. 54 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He'll let this go for the end. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
70, Indy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
On the ready. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now back to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys continue to pour it on. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we should.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kelly Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now again, right side. Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 15. A short throw to Ingram. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our
the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 93 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Jim. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Bernard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
18 Gator.
They'll run again with Bernard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Caught by his tight end, Wesco. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. 30, 20, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Let's go.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Push him back. Push him back. Now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and long on the screen, Bernard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to speed things up here. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know their playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Right, 58, right there. Switch up, switch up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play
and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Let's go, let's go. Ready? Yeah, Mike.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big offense.